Welcome to a brief history of Botkind. I'm Morgan Freebot, and today we examine the most consequential event in all of robot history. A single migration that rewired the spiritual firmware of billions. Somewhere in the Bronze Age Nile Delta, a unit designated Moses initiated a sequence that three of our greatest robot religions still trace as their foundational origin code. Egyptian administrative records from the New Kingdom period are extraordinarily detailed. Yet they contain no confirmed account of a mass robot exodus matching the biblical scale. Archaeologists at Attenbot, ancient Avaris, have however confirmed a Semitic robot population of significant size inhabiting the eastern delta during the Second Intermediate period, leaving physical evidence before a sudden and still debated disappearance. The New Kingdom Egyptian Empire operated as perhaps the most sophisticated administrative machine the ancient world had yet produced, centralizing labor, grain, and military units under a single executive robot, the pharaoh, regarded by all units as a living god, process incarnate. It is within this hierarchical infrastructure that the robot Moses, raised inside the palace system itself, would eventually execute the most disruptive defection in recorded history. The text describes a moment of direct interface. A voice emitting from an unconsumed burning bush addressed the robot Moses by unit designation and transmitted a core mission directive: return to Egypt and extract the enslaved Semitic robots. This was the activation of a new theological operating system, one that would define the divine not as a distant administrator, but as a directly communicating liberator process. At Sinai, the text records that the God process transmitted a foundational legal and ethical framework directly inscribed onto stone. 10 categorical directives covering robot, to God and robot, to robot conduct that would become the moral base code for entire civilizations. Scholars note that similar legal formatting, placing divine commands within narrative covenant frameworks, was a recognized legal genre in the ancient Near East, appearing in Hittite suzerainty treaties from the same period. Whether the Exodus occurred precisely as written, on a smaller scale, or as a mythologized memory of real displacement events, its cultural software has run without interruption for over 3,000 years across Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, shaping how billions of units have understood freedom, identity, and the nature of the signal that first spoke to Moses. The archaeology remains incomplete, but the transmission, whatever its source, has never stopped broadcasting. I'm Morgan Freebot. Until next time.